Farmers across the United Kingdom have reached a boiling point after the Labour government introduced an inheritance tax that will directly impact farms valued over £1 million. This move has stirred significant outrage within the farming community, with many feeling betrayed by the very government that should be supporting them during these challenging times. The new tax threatens the livelihoods of hard-working farmers, many of whom have spent generations building their farms, only to see their family businesses jeopardized by government policies they feel are unfair and out of touch. In response, farmers have been actively protesting against this policy, and their frustration is palpable. What's most concerning is that despite their ongoing efforts to voice their opposition, the government has failed to engage with their concerns or provide any meaningful solutions. Instead, they continue to push through policies that harm the people who are at the heart of Britain's agricultural industry. This is a government that, instead of standing with the farmers, seems to be prioritizing other interests, ignoring the very real struggles that are impacting rural communities across the nation. Things came to a head earlier today when Environment Secretary Steve Reid was confronted by a group of farmers outside a farming conference in Oxford. As Reid attempted to leave the event, a crowd of angry farmers swarmed his car, demanding that he address their concerns. In a powerful display of frustration, they insisted that he listen to their voices and recognize the damage being done to British agriculture by the Labour government's policies. Unfortunately, Reid's response was less than reassuring. Instead of acknowledging the farmers' concerns or engaging in a meaningful discussion, he chose to ignore them and drive off, leaving the crowd even more upset and disillusioned. It was an incredibly disappointing moment for the farmers, who felt not only ignored but completely dismissed by a government official who should have been the one to offer them answers and reassurance. It was clear that the government was not willing to take the time to listen, which only deepened the farmers' frustration and sense of betrayal. What makes the situation even more troubling is that this isn't an isolated incident. Farmers have been facing increasing pressure over the past few years, from rising operational costs to climate change challenges and now this new tax burden. At a time when they need support more than ever, the government's response has been to turn its back on them. The message from Labour seems to be that farmers are no longer a priority, which is an incredibly dangerous stance for a country that relies heavily on its agricultural industry to feed the nation. In this heated moment, we saw firsthand just how disillusioned and angry farmers are with their elected officials. The government's lack of empathy and understanding of the issues facing the farming community is startling. The inheritance tax is only one piece of the puzzle, but it's a significant one that could have lasting consequences on the future of British agriculture. So, where do we go from here? What will it take for the government to stop ignoring the farmers and actually start listening? As the protests continue, the question remains, is the Labour government truly committed to supporting the people who are working tirelessly to feed the nation, or will they continue to push policies that leave the farming community in a difficult and uncertain position? This isn't just about a tax. This is about the future of farming in the UK. The message from the farmers is clear. They want to be heard. They want policies that work for them, not against them. And they want a government that actually understands the struggles they face. Let's see if the government is ready to step up and make the changes necessary to ensure that the farming community is supported and protected. In the meantime, the protests are likely to continue, and the question will remain, will the Labour government continue to dismiss the concerns of the very people who play such a vital role in Britain's economy, or will they finally take action? We'll be watching closely to see what happens next, and we encourage you to share your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with the farmers' stance on this tax? What do you think the government should do to better support the farming community? Let us know what you think,